Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm finally ready to get started on this bike. All those parts that we took off, I put them away in those bins. I'm just gonna go in order through everything. I labeled everything so that whenever I am ready to put it back, it is ready to go. I'm not scrambling, not looking for diagrams, and yeah, I'm super excited. I hope you guys are as well. Let's get started. So I actually decided to knock the linkage out because to me, I think that's just the worst thing to work on. Heating them up, pressing them out, pressing them back in, getting them all cleaned up. So I want to knock this out so I don't have to worry about it later. It's just going to sit around anyway. So I hope this works out good. I've never actually done it before. I've only greased them before. It's the first time for me, and let's hope it goes well. Okay, so I had a small issue with the one bearing. It came out perfectly, heated it up, and I was able to use that slide hammer to get it out. But this one, the edges kind of gave out and I have nothing to grip, and I don't really have enough room to shove the end of this to catch the other side, the end of that bearing. So it's actually, even though on the outside here, you can see that it kind of tapers in, it's thin, and then it goes wide again. But if I look in from this side, it is perfectly, it's like a cylinder, there's no tapering. So I should be able to just push the bearing out from this side out with some sockets. Okay, so it's almost out. I think I have another socket that I can fit on this side. So 2 long sockets and we'll get it out the rest of the way. We're all finished up with the linkage here, all polished up. Had to use a die grinder on the insides here because the pad just could not reach any of those places. Got the bearing holes here all cleaned up, they're looking really good. I'm ready to put those bearings in. done here with this part. Definitely a lot better. All smoothed out. I had to get the aggressive pad to get all the things out of the bottom here from just rocks hitting it over time. And looks really good. Try to get on the inside as well. That's going to be covered up by this guide anyway, but still, just feels nice to know that it is clean. I have not decided if I want to get this Cerakoted as well. Looks good the way it is. Cerakote, some crazy color will definitely make it pop and kind of protect it from rocks over time. But yeah, so these are the little bushings that came with the new kit here, but they are actually too small, which is weird because it came with the kit. You'd think it would fit, but they're huge. They just fall right through. So I actually had to get the old ones out, polish them out, and the old ones fit perfectly. It's kind of funny, but good thing I have them. Good thing they weren't lost. So see, this one's loose too. I might have to put some, I don't know, maybe some gasket maker around there just to keep it in place, or just glue them into place. Not really sure, but yeah, we'll get this thing assembled and she'll be ready to be put on the bike. Check it out, look how good this looks. Everything turned out amazing, all polished up, fresh seals, fresh bearings, and I'm just excited to see this thing starting to finally get cleaned up. And like I mentioned before, all the seals are in, all the new bearings are in as well. That's ready to go. These are from the swing arm. They used to be black. These sit right beside the tensioner for the chain. And then these linkage bolts, got them all cleaned up as well. They just had a ton of rust on them. I just wanted to get the rust off at least. If I wanted to be even crazier, I could get them zinc plated, but that's a little too much for this build. The brake guard is also cleaned up, which used to be black. I think it looks better this way. And the bolts as well, clean them up. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is these, I don't know what these are called, like washers or retainers. They stick out, which I don't understand why they do, and then maybe they're supposed to be like this, but this is a Tusk kit and I thought they're supposed to be flush, but maybe this is how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I'm gonna do some research. Somebody knows, just leave a comment down below, let me know so that I'm not worried. But I checked the kit, everything checks out. It's for the year 2003 YZ125, but other than that, she turned out really good. All these parts look awesome, and I'm just excited that this bike is finally getting cleaned up. Alright y'all, check it out. I got myself a bolt kit from Specbolt Fasteners. Huge shout out to those guys for helping me out on this build with this kit. This is a 250 piece kit, but they have smaller kits for your bike, specific kits, and nickel plated, zinc plated. And as you can see here, this is for the Yamaha, but they got Hondas, Kawis, Suzukis, you name it. Check it out. The link will be down in the description below. Browse through what you need, pick yourself something up, throw it on your bike. I mean, come on, it only adds horsepower anyway, aside from looks. But yeah, so let's just open it up here, see what it looks like on the inside. And like I mentioned before, this is a 250 piece kit, so there's everything here. I'm probably gonna have bolts left over for future builds or other bikes. And there's top end, bottom end, side covers, your case halves, your body panels. What else is here? Forks, sprockets, everything's in here. Super easy to find. Washers, your top end washers. Just find your old bolt that you're replacing, find it in here, make sure the length matches, and you're good to go. But once again, huge shout out to Specbolt. Check them out, find what you need, highly recommend it. And once again, super excited to be using this. It is the next day here. I got a little tired working on everything last night, so I just kind of locked up the shop. And once I went inside, I actually put an order in on a few more parts, which came in the next day. Shout out to Rocky Mountain for being so fast on their shipping. Didn't even have to take a break from my bike. I mean, just put an order in, it's here the next day, continue working. And what I got, so got a flex hone, 57 millimeter. I went up in size. The stock size is 54, but since we have a 144 kit, I decided to just bump it up a few millimeters. Honestly, this thing should actually work for any other 125 that's not a big bore kit, because it is a flex hone, so it's flexible. Few passes and it'll freshen up any cylinder. That's a 125. For a 144 kit, I'll probably do like 2-3 passes, and that's about it, because the cylinder is still pretty fresh. The cross hatchings are there, and I got a kill switch because the one that I tried getting off the bike just completely broke off, and the metal clamps even broke, and the kill switch itself, just the plastic pieces, they got all shattered. Got a spoke wrench, and this is 6 different sizes, so this will come in handy in the future for any other builds. I do want to get a spoke wrench, torque wrench eventually, because I don't want to over tighten or not tighten the spokes enough. And speaking of spokes, I'm waiting for Rocky Mountain to restock some of the Tusk spokes. I guess people are just buying them right now and there's nothing in stock, so once those are in stock, I will put an order in. Chain roller, the one on the bike was, the bearing didn't even stay inside the roller, so picked up a new one of those. WPMS rim strips for the front and back, and I decided to get the chain slider. Decided to pull the trigger. I mean, it's cheap to replace, and didn't feel like saving the old one. It was a little bit damaged, but it was definitely worked, definitely used, so got a new one of those. So that's about it for this video. Next video, I am planning to take the engine apart. That is probably my favorite thing to do. Super excited to see what's inside and start replacing things and bring the thing back to life. So yeah, that just about wraps up for today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time.